This is nothing but that sports talk. Were you ahead of the game? This is Ron Freak with nothing but that sports talk. Welcome to the WNBA, Aliyah.
Thank you.
I just want to ask you, how does it feel to have the opportunity to pick up the legacy that Tamika Catchison and a bunch of other players that put on an Indiana Fever jersey left off?
It feels really good. I'm excited to get in that Fever jersey, get with my teammates, and really get to work. I think it's going to be an exciting season.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna.
Sorry?
I said, this is Ron Freak with nothing but that sports talk. Welcome to the WNBA.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I just want to ask you, why don't you describe the feeling of not you being drafted, let alone getting to play in the Dallas Wings roster that's led by Arike Gumbawawe?
Yeah, it's exciting. You watch them play, and now you get to meet them and be alongside them and watch them practice. And I think it's just a big learning curve that we'll get to have and be able to develop as a player. But it's pure excitement for sure.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck.
Thank you.
I just want to ask you, why don't you describe the feeling of being drafted to the WNBA, which is something that you work hard for, since you do your days being younger and your days being national champion at Stanford, even though it was a few years ago now, and actually playing the WNBA.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like it's something that I've worked for all my life. Basketball has been a part of my family since before I was even around. So I'm really excited to kind of carry the torch that my cousin Felicia had, next one in the family to get to the league. And, I'm going to try to make my impact in whichever way I can. But I'm really excited to get there and learn. There's so many amazing veteran players. The Dream staff is very experienced, and they have a lot of wisdom that they're going to pass down to me. So I'm excited for training camp. I'm sure I'm going to be tested. I'm sure there's going to be a reality check there, but I'm just going to take it in stride and pick up any ounce that I can to just get better.
This is Ron Freak with nothing but that sports talk. Welcome to the WNBA.
Thank you.
Why don't you describe the feeling of being drafted to the WNBA, which is something that you dreamed about from when you were younger?
Yeah, I didn't really know what it would feel like. I knew it would be amazing, but I think I was just, more just really grateful, full of emotion when I heard my name called. Especially being there with my dad, who had been taking me to Indiana Fever games since I was, 6, 7, 8 years old. It was just 2 hours up the road from Louisville, Kentucky, where I'm from. So we got to, go to those games and watch Tamika Catchings, watch Katie Douglas, watch them win that championship. So, to get called was surreal, but to get called by a team that you've been going to with your dad since you were, really little, I think it just made it that much more special.
Great, your next. This is Ron Freak with nothing but that sports talk. I got, welcome to the WNBA, first of all. Second of all, what are your overall emotions when being drafted by the Dallas Wings and actually having some new teammates this season coming up?
Yeah, it's really exciting getting drafted to the Dallas Wings, but to know that Steph's also going to be there. I got to play with her a little bit this year, so getting the opportunity to play with her again, it's really exciting because obviously with her injury this year, I didn't get to play with her the full year, but she has a lot of potential and is a great player and a great person, so I'm excited to get to play with her again.
This is Ron Freak with nothing but that sports talk. Why don't you describe the whole feeling of being able to get drafted to the WNBA after the type of college season that you had?
It definitely shows, the hard work that I put in, especially coming into college. And, you're expecting to score, you're expecting to be, the leading scorer of the team because that's what you're used to. And then just being able to, establish another role and be great at that and then, build all-around character. It shows my growth, my discipline, my patience, and just to see that, the Minnesota Lynx was able to see that, it's a blessing to be there.
This is Ron Freak with nothing but that sports talk. Very nice seeing you today. I want to get your overall impressions about the type of draft class that's about to enter the WNBA this season.
My thoughts on the draft class?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So a certain defending champion from LSU.
Yeah. So, the overall draft class, is that the question, is on the overall draft class. And I think the quality of the draft class is outstanding. The personalities of this draft class, as I've learned today, by spending the day off and on with them, is great. I think you're going to see, obviously there's, you all have your mock drafts, and I know you know these players and what they're capable of on the court. I think you're going to see them integrate and assimilate into the league very quickly. I think you're going to see a lot of them fighting for starting positions. I think it's going to be a tough choice on Rookie of the Year already this year, and I'm going to tell each of them when I come up and read their names that's their goal is to get into training camp, work hard, and make a roster, and ultimately get a starting position. And I think you'll see that in this class this year. They're really, really talented class. And again, there's all the discussion on roster sizes and expansion, but you want to make sure you're doing it not in just adding just because you don't want to degrade the quality of the game, because that's one thing that's important to protect. And I don't think the quality's ever been better of this game right now, the women's game, both at the collegiate and the professional level. So that's why I think this draft class is going to be great, and the next few years is going to be great. But we've got some veterans out there that are going to be vying for those same roster spots who are playing at the highest level of their game as well. So it's going to be an interesting season to see what's happening with the teams and the free agency, and now these rookies coming in fighting for those spots. So I think it's going to be great.